Hi, I'm Will Choi, and on this episode, we're going to be chatting with actor and improviser Eugene Cordero.
We're going to talk all things, actually, I have no idea.
Yeah, we haven't started yet.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know why I was going to try to help with that intro.
This is pretty good. Oh,
all right.
Yeah, there you
Looks
go.
like I'm solid. 5 minutes. This game is over in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
This whole thing I finished.
Right. So, Eugene Cordero, you are an actor and improviser.
Yep.
So you're a comedian, but not necessarily a stand-up comedian.
Yeah. I'm more of like the group mind mentality than I am like just me being up there by myself. Like it just doesn't feel as fun.
So you were part of the UCB theater in New York. When did you first start?
I started back in when they moved to New York. So before they had a theater.
Man, what year was that?
98?
98?
Maybe? Yeah.
This is your 20th year doing improv.
This is my 20th year doing improv.
Were you the first Asian person at the UCB theater?
No, there was a guy named Terry Jin.
Okay.
But even then, and just like everything, like identifying as like a Filipino American was even like I could see some of the similarities with him, but
right, but it's different.
It's different. Yeah.
So like that's interesting too because when I was growing up, Asian American really wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
It was like I identify as Korean American, they identify as Chinese American,
Yes.
Filipino American. It's,
Right.
it's different. And then as time went on, we all kind of got clumped together.
Yeah. The shared experience of Asia.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
happening, which is not the same.
Yeah, it's
not
not the
even
same.
close.
Yeah.
But like I saw a lot of Asian students come in and out of the program. I get it. I get why you wouldn't do it.
Right, because if you don't see people who look like you that are on stage doing it, then you're just like, oh, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be as good as so-and-so
Right.
white person. Do you have a moment that was like a defining moment for you?
There's been a couple like moments of like doing shows that I've felt really great. You know, there's a show at the Upright Citizens Brigade called Ask Cat, which is kind of like their signature show at the theater in New York before they even opened up here. The first time I was asked to do that show, I think, was a huge moment for me. And the next day I was bartending on a Monday night, and this guy and this girl, like, you know, came up to the bar that I was working. They were like, wait a minute, I saw you in that show last night. You know, and I'm like, oh, great,
That's what it feels like.
And they're like, can we get 2? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You just ruined my life.
Yeah.
That was so important that you did know.
Yeah.
And then you told me where I am. And I hate you for it. Yeah.
Asian American representation. Have you been noticing that there is this shift that's happening, which...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd notice it the most in commercials, too. I would get cast if there was like 3 or 4 guys in a beer commercial. 3 or 4. They were ready to take a chance on an Asian person come guy 4.
Yeah.
Or guy 3.
Yeah, right.
What I liked about that is like even in that 4 group of friends, they would add an Asian guy, but he didn't have to be Asian.
Sure.
In the dialogue for the sides were not about your ethnicity. It's just like one thing that I'm just like, that's great. And it's like representation without like hitting everybody over the head of like what you are.
Exactly.
So, but I'm ready for it like to get a little bit more nuancey.
Well, yeah, because that means that it's more prominent, right?
Yeah.
Like the culture is more...
It's showing growth too of
Yeah.
education of everybody too.
Exactly.
If it's just like, well, are they all Korean in this show?
Yeah.
Let's make it that way.
Yeah.
Gone are the days where they're like, we couldn't find that.
Yeah, should be that way.
Yeah.
Has becoming a dad, has it affect your comedy at all?
Yeah, I feel like I was already like, whatever works is fine. But I think since I've been a dad, I'm so used to like, however we make him stop crying, however you make him laugh, however you feed him, you just do that.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like even in my acting and my comedy, I'm like, whatever I can do to get this done, whatever I can do to this, I'm just gonna do it.
Right.
I know what would work, so I'm just gonna do it. If I don't try it, which I feel like I was already doing, but even more,
Yeah.
I don't have time for it.
Yeah.
I don't have time to waste.
busy.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for up-and-coming actors or people who want to pursue comedy?
Just find what's the most fun for you. Don't look back. and go for it. Back in the day, or like even 10 years ago, I'd be like, find a lane, see what makes sense in that lane, and then you can branch out once people find what you're doing okay. And I feel like now it's like, no, everybody's finding everybody okay-ish.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like your experience is mattering now. I think people are ready to hear the new experience.
I believe that. I believe that's true.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.